Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted any videos in like a year, and that's because mom life is a whole lot busier than I thought it would be. I finally have like an hour to just do my makeup, and I wanted to film it because I recently got the ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2 collection, which is technically the third collection. I picked up some pieces, I should say, from it. I picked up the eyeshadow palette. I picked up the lip gloss, I should say the Sarah lip gloss, and the jelly shadow pod as well. This is also the first time I'm putting it on, so definitely excited to try it out. You probably noticed as well that I do have my lashes done, so those are done already. It's been about 2 weeks and they still look really good, so I'm happy about that. But don't have any other makeup on my face. I will start with foundation because I just put on the primer. It is the e.l.f. primer to reduce redness, the green one. I'm gonna actually start with my Estee Lauder foundation. I have been loving this again recently. I used to wear this all the time and it just has such great coverage. It's super buildable, so you can be pretty much full coverage with this, and it adds the perfect amount of dewiness to your skin without being too overbearing. I have kind of combination skin. I would say sometimes it's dry, but most of the time it's pretty maybe normal to oily. So this works out really great for my skin type, and the shade I'm using is Desert Beige. Okay, so I just start with a pump or two on a beauty sponge, and it's pretty, I would say it's pretty liquidy, the consistency. But you definitely don't want to go overboard with this foundation, or can, you know, depending on the look that you're going for, I guess, it definitely looks better if you build it and just start out. I mean, I didn't do like a really small amount because I'm used to the foundation, but if you want to just start off with a pretty small amount to start blending and see if you need to add more product. Just to let you know, if I'm looking over to the right, it's because my mirror is over there. Estee Lauder products I found does dry pretty quickly after you put it on, so you just want to make sure that you're kind of fast when blending it. But my goodness, I love Estee Lauder. I started out with their original foundation, and I just really love the Futurist Rescue, Hydra Rescue, whatever the name is, because it's not fully matte. And this is the type of foundation where if you are careful and blend in super well, you can go in with a second layer to add over any discoloration or, you know, spots or anything. So I did that right in the breakout areas, and it looks really good. That way I don't have to add concealer, because I just want to make sure obviously it's the same color as the rest of my skin. My concealer is a tad bit lighter. Okay, next I am using the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. It is in the shade 22N Light Neutral. I love this. It's the ultra creamy version, so it's not as matte, and you definitely don't need a lot. What do I have in my hair? Foundation in my hair. You definitely don't need a lot. I add on this much just because I have pretty dark circles. And I use the sponge again as well. I just find that the sponges work better for my skin with these two products, at least. Okay, sorry for the lighting. It's kind of crazy today, the sunlight. I just finished the concealer. You don't have to use powder over this. I find that I like to, because I don't want any creasing. And I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder. Long name, but I have been using this for a while now and love it. And just put that on. It's like kind of blurring, I would say. Not that it's not blurring, it's just not like super blurring. And I put it in between my eyebrows and where my pores are larger, so right here. Okay, moving on to bronzer, another Charlotte Tilbury product. The large bronzer, airbrush bronzer here. It's very large, which I like because hopefully it'll last longer because it's not cheap. I don't have like a large forehead or anything, but I've always liked to put it on the top of my head. It just looks like I have more a natural sun glow. And I'm just gonna contour my nose with this as well. And for that, I just kind of follow the natural line of my nose, like make a straight line. And this just kind of helps define my nose so it doesn't look flat against all the other makeup, and I just blend it out. Okay, next I am taking my favorite blush. It's by Tarte in the shade Seduce. I think it looks really well with a skin tone like I have. It's like a pinky brown, and you can build it up or it can be very subtle, and it just really blends in well with the rest of my makeup. I am using the Precisely My Brow by Benefit. I'm in the shade 2.5, and I always go a shade lighter. Like I probably should be in like 3 or 3.5 according to my hair color and my roots, but I like to go a little bit lighter because I think it looks a little more natural. Then I popped on just a little bit of LA Girl's eyeshadow primer. Okay, base is looking good. So starting on the eyes, so loving this packaging. I think it's really cute. I love the cartoon and bright vibe it has. And the back, just like normal ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, has all of the colors listed here. Definitely has that lime green, purple, orange theme going on, which is very cute. It's the girls, I should say the sisters, kind of color scheme, so that's really cute. And then when you open, this is incredible. Look at these colors. I have to say, honestly, the colors look better in person. It's really pretty on camera, but there's something about them in person that they're so vibrant and so pretty. I hope that they look nice on. And of course, ColourPop usually has some sort of art up here or a mirror. I like the mirror just because it's convenient and useful, but I don't mind this art. I think it's so cute as well. I am going to start with the shade Havoc right here. I'm going to do a purpley look, so I'm going to use these colors and then probably use like this tan as well. But I'm going to start with Havoc just as a base and put that all over the crease. This is very similar. I can't remember the name of the shade. I feel like it was the color Bone, but I could be wrong. This is a very similar color that they had either last year or the year before. I can't remember what palette it was in. But it's this really pretty, like gray purple, cool toned shade. This shade might even be a little more cool toned than what they had last year. All right, next I'm gonna go in with the purples. I'm not sure what they look like. I'm actually gonna swatch them. So we have Wicked Ways, which, whoop, can't even see that. It's such an awkward angle. Wicked Ways, which is like this shade, if you can see that, my goodness. And we have Observe. Okay, so that's a huge color difference. So you can see Wicked Ways, not super pigmented. I'm sure it'll look better in my eyes. And we have the deeper purple shade. So I'm gonna use Wicked Ways on the lid and the Observe color on the outer corner. Starting out with Wicked Ways. Just gonna be careful too because of fallout. ColourPop, in my opinion, has gotten so much better with fallout. Maybe I'm just more careful too, but powder, with any loose powder, there's always going to be a little fallout, but this, at least, you know, this palette seems a little more compact with the darker colors, which is appreciated. Yeah, so if you build up, it definitely gets brighter as you build. I'm gonna use this on my entire lid. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with Observe, which is the deeper purple shade, and just pack that on the edge of my eye. I'm going to actually use like a wing brush just to get right in there close to my lash line. Since I'm not going to be using eyeliner today on the upper lid, I'm going to stick with eyeshadow because of the lashes. And I'm just bringing that purple shade on the lash line, really close to the lash line throughout the whole lid. And then I'm just blending. What's really pretty, it goes from like a deep purple here to that lighter purple. And you can take like a clean brush just to blend. I'm taking a tapered one because it'll help it keep a little bit more angled and clean. Okay, I'm gonna essentially do the same thing on my lower lid as well. Havoc first, and this will just go right here on this half. And then Wicked Ways will go right here. And I just want to use Observe, which is the deeper purple, in closer to the waterline, on the bottom side of the waterline. And you can kind of see that gradient. I'm going to use a blending brush though, just to make it a little bit more blended. Okay, so this is it so far. I'm going to now put this Jelly Much shadow in the shade Come to Play. It's like a purpley glitter, so it looks a little messy in here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take some and put it all over my lid. That definitely finishes off a look. I guess you can use this on your lid. It doesn't say not to, I don't think. I figured because it's close to Halloween, and this is a Halloween palette, that I would extend the glitter up here because it's really pretty. You can see it still without me closing my eyes. And I'm not grabbing a ton of it either. This is gonna last forever. Now it looks a little messy on the top, so I'm actually going to take a shadow. I wanted to add some sort of brown in here. I'm gonna use Spellbook, which is this shade right here. It's like a tan. And I'm going to see if that works to blend the very top out. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of Sparkle from Candle Is Alright and put that, I might just stick it on the lower lid. Yeah, I don't wanna stick this on like in the middle. I'll just stick this on the lower lid, just on the end, just for a little bit of glitter. It would look nice with the mascara that is coming. I'm gonna pop on some mascara. I'm using the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. I'm gonna do the lower lashes, I should say. Okay, looking cute. I'm focusing on lips now. Using the NYX lip liner in the shade Mauve. And I have to try the gloss. This is so cool. I love the packaging, just like everything else. The green and the purple, just so pretty to me, and so Halloween. So it's a purple black sparkly gloss, so it's very interesting. I'm interested how it's going to see on the lips, and hopefully it'll go with my look. Okay, I just completely the lip line has gone up. Okay, and here's the lips. I love it. I think it looks really good with the shade, like a mauve shade, and obviously I think it would look really good with like a black lipstick too, because it does have black speckles in it. This is the finished look. I really like it. I think I did a similar look to this last year, but this is definitely more purpley and more sparkly, I believe. So I really like it. I think the palette is really cute. Definitely blends really well, like ColourPop always does. Really like how this look came out, and I also, I mean, I do like this too. I don't think, obviously this is not an everyday shade, but it's really pretty for this time of year. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.